Hi, Taurus. Sorry, I all of a sudden realized that it just wasn't quite bright enough for me. Welcome. So, justice has prevailed and something has happened. Okay. And something just happened in my life that was pretty fucking big, and it had karma written all over it, and it just like wrapped around these last 3 months. Okay, like fucking huge. So when I sat down, because it just took me 3.5 hours to upload the last video. Okay, 3.5 hours to upload a 30 some odd minute video. Okay, which it never takes that long. So right away I knew something was like trying to kind of like keep it back. And then all of a sudden, my landlord called with some of the best news, but worse news for him. Best news for me, worse news for him. So there I saw Karma shine her beautiful little face one last time. Well, last time, yeah. Planet wishes, right? And then I sat down, and guess what I heard? So usually these readings are always derived and designed by some fucking spiritual miracle. Okay, I don't know why. It's not like everybody else's channel. That's why I can't channel every day, like 5 messages a day. I can do 1 a day if the message is there. Sometimes I gotta wait a week for another message to come in. That's the way this channel works. That's why I'm not too, big on or too much of a hurry to get popular, because it's not a very popular channel for a fucking specific reason. Okay, so as I sat down, I heard Tupac's Changes. You heard me correct. Tupac's Changes. Okay. Because that's just the way it is. Things will never be the same, okay? And right now, for my landlord, things will never be the same as of today. And here I am thinking I'm the worst tenant in the world that deserves hot water after 9 days. Okay, this is the 10th day we haven't had hot water, and he's only taking $300 off my rent. That's it. And I'm thinking, am I the worst tenant in the world? That I deserve this? And now what I saw today and what he called me and said, I didn't do anything. He was so guilty of so many things, and he is paying the price. And what goes around comes around. And that's what I mean. Don't mess with people's fucking, with their, like I was thinking, if somebody, like if you've got a channel, if you're showing off your apartment or something like that, and then suddenly you lose it, or you're showing off your job and suddenly you lose it because somebody around you is jealous of something that you've got that they don't, so they try to take it away from you. Yeah, okay, they could have a house, so that's why they want to try to take your apartment away, because they think, I own it. You can't rip my house away from me. Yes, you can. I've watched people deteriorate overnight. I've watched them have accidents and never be the same again. Had to sell all their belongings, their house, just to take care of themselves. They end up turning up in some fucking retirement home when they're 50 because of an accident, irreversible accident, and they'll never be the same again. You can never say that just because you're in a good spot right now, you can go fuck with somebody. It's not going to come back and bite you in the ear. So one day it's going to. Of course it's going to. If you're not supposed to fuck with somebody, you don't think it's not going to come around? Poof. Oh, I think it's sometimes amazing the things that we can convince ourselves of, right? Because we think we're not going to get in trouble. And it's like, well, we don't. Like, you shouldn't feel like you're going to get in trouble if you're an adult. But if you break the laws that you know damn well are put in place because people break them so much, you wouldn't fuck with other people, right? You just wouldn't. So changes, like huge change is coming. Like, absolutely. I can feel it. It's in the wind. It's kind of like in the clouds right now too. What did I say? Did I say it's in the clouds? Didn't I tell you it's in the clouds? Look. Like, these messages are not just like everyday messages. Like, they're not, or I wouldn't have channeled a part of the fucking message before it even came out. I'm not Houdini. I'm just a psychic. Wow. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, so I did this reading the other day for Aquarius. It was the most important reading that I think I've ever fucking done in my life. The Aries reading afterwards, I'm pretty sure, or was the Pisces reading? anyways, it kind of reflected that reading as well. And now look at this. Okay, so we've got Storm. Okay, Storm is basically the most powerful card, I'm going to say, that's in this deck. Okay, by fucking far, it's the most powerful card in the deck. Okay, now we've got this Mother Mary card and this Wise Father. Okay, so to me, when I see this, the immediate thing that I saw was the father and the mother. Me mutter. What am I, from the East Coast? Here we go. A father and a mother and a daughter. Okay, of storms. This is the fucking mother of all storms. 5, 6, 7. Oh, 3. Oh my God. 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Okay, so these 3 people, okay. Where did that Merry Mentis card go? So, oh my God. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. Okay. So, these 3 people are in another dimension, okay? Father, mother, and a daughter. And this is something that people don't know about. Okay, this is so unknown that it's only being said in this video right now because of the amount of people that will watch it. Plus, then you have to minus the amount of people that won't believe me, right? Even with watching it. Plus, you have to minus the people that are full of shit who say they believe it, but they actually don't, and then they have to see it for their own eyes. Okay, so this is like, I'm going to have to say this is one of the most important readings as well. Okay, because this is when nature fights back. Okay, and from what I just heard, I think a plague is coming. It's a storm that's going to change everything because these 3 individuals, these 3 energies have done a ceremony. Okay, they're coming up as the merriment. Okay, literally, this card did come up. Okay, but it came up in a bad way of 3 people, and this would be the karma of that. So actually, I just picked up. Oh my God, was it the reading I just did? I forget because it took like 4. I did it 4 hours ago because it took 3.5 hours to upload. So I actually forget what was in that video, but I'm pretty sure it was this card that I pulled today. So it was 3 people that have been messing with someone's frequency, okay, and throwing them off. And now they can't do anything. So now I feel like this is the reverse of that. So you know how people think, okay, so I just watched Prisoners, okay, and it's the old woman was talking about what her husband used to do, and he's raging a war with God. So he was taking and killing all of his children. Right? This is like that. There are people out there, okay, who do really awful things and really malicious things, and nobody catches them because they just slide under the radar. We only have so many police. We only have so many detectives. We only have so much energy. Okay, we have a lot of people, and we don't have enough that are on the right side. Okay, because it doesn't work that way. Okay, there's you know, I believe that only half of us are really supposed to be here. Okay, the other half are not supposed to be here. I'm one of those people that are not supposed to be here, right? This is why I have this job. This job's not supposed to exist. We're all supposed to be in a world that will never exist. Okay, I don't even know if it existed from the beginning. I don't know because I don't know. I wasn't there from the beginning. So I don't know if men were raping women from the get-go. But from what I heard about Neanderthals, they just took their women. They took whatever they wanted. So I really don't think that mankind has learned fuck all since being here. Okay? Evolution or no evolution, it's not right. Okay? So what I feel like is we have all these other dimensions, and I talk about these dimensions because I have to talk about these dimensions. It's not just us. Okay? Do you realize ghosts walk in another dimension? They exist in another dimension. So if ghosts can walk around another dimension, you think that's the only dimension? Probably not. Okay? Open up your mind if you don't already know that there are multiple dimensions. Okay, so these people, okay, this family, I'm almost seeing them as like the Pan's Labyrinth family at the very end, you know, when she goes back into the underworld. But she's got the son, you know, she's got her, the baby brother is there. There's no baby brother here, okay? That energy would be too young no matter what. So I do kind of see it as like that, almost like that kind of family. Like, weren't they wearing those hat things too in the underworld? Like, I'm pretty sure, like, I'm just getting Pan's Labyrinth all over this right now. And like, I'm pretty sure Pan's came out today already. So basically these people, okay, there's always a reflection of good in another dimension. Okay, if it's reflective evil here, it will be reflected good in another realm, because there always has to be a good and an evil. There can't just be one single energy. There has to be a good and there has to be an evil. Okay. So the evilness that is this world, that is these corrupt people, okay, is now being mirrored by these three that are coming in to wipe them out. That's how I feel, okay? And it's unknown because it's going to be something actually, yeah, okay, that's better. I'm going to have to use my deck because this is, like, when I say plague, I mean it as like cancer. You know, cancer that suddenly just comes out and somebody gets, you know, they just die the next day. They have a massive coronary heart attack and they just die. You know, it's like people that are just going to end up dying on the spot, okay? Because this takes a lot of work. Okay, it takes a lot of work to pull these energies out to see what is actually manifesting in this world. And this storm that's coming is coming, and it's unknown to people. It's a ceremony that was done between these three, and it's something that has to do with you if you're watching this video. Okay, so this is going to be a video like, if you see this video and you want to click on it because you believe a storm is coming, it's going to have something to do with you. It's all about believing it's about you, or if it isn't. Okay? Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. They're taking health and safety away from people, okay, that didn't deserve it. This is oldies but goodies, okay? So this is something that happened in the past, and these three people, okay, everything is recorded. Somebody tried to cover something up, okay, and it's in reverse now because nothing can be covered up, okay? There's always somebody watching. There's always somebody recording. Have you ever eaten mushrooms? If you've eaten mushrooms, then when you're on mushrooms, what happens to you is you start seeing faces everywhere, okay? You see faces in the clouds. You'll see faces in wood. You'll see faces on brick, on stone. You just start to see faces everywhere. And what you have to notice is those faces that you see when you're on mushrooms, you're seeing another dimension because everything is alive. Rocks are alive. They're very much alive, which is why things can grow on them, in them, and around them. Rocks are alive. They grow continuously. Trees are alive. The clouds are alive. They're energy, right? They're water. They're a substance or something we need. They're a part of the fucking chemical fucking table, okay? So it's like, periodic table, that's what it is, okay? It's a substance. It's something that exists, okay? And it exists through the vibrance of the world. It was created here for us, right? You would see copper in anything that's alive. You can see, did I say you can see copper in anything that's alive? You can see faces in anything that's alive, including copper, apparently, okay? So, oh my God, look at, as I'm talking about all this, these are the dead people, okay? These are the dead people that are now coming back to life. There's a reason why you see faces, because it's energy that is there, okay? It comes through as faces because suddenly you can see something. A veil gets lifted when you're on mushrooms because it does something to like your temporal lobe or something like that, and it does something to your brain. It's like psychologically proven that it does something to your brain. It alters something so you can see something, because if we all had to see different realities, there's no fucking way we'd be able to live in 3D. If you actually saw the simulations that were going on around you on a daily basis, there's no fucking way you'd be able to live through it. So we're like desensitized to it, basically, okay? But it doesn't mean that the energy around us still doesn't fucking exist, and in a big way. Okay, so this Mother Nature, oh my God, look at that lightning that's coming down. I looked at her, and this is what she's bringing. She's bringing a fight, right? She's fighting back. These people that have been watching these other people go down, you know, in history as being the world's biggest assholes to kids, to energies, ignorant to the world, ignorant to the things around them. They are pissed about it, okay? And they've had the green light. So they've got the green light to move forward with accidents. So something around you, these people are going to create accidents. That's the storm that's coming. There could be a storm, like there could be a snowstorm or a rainstorm, and somebody gets caught in it and their vehicle flips, they die, okay? This person is a backstabbing piece of shit, okay? They've been doing shit behind your back, and these people, they know about it. So they're causing an accident to happen, okay? Because it's a gradual incline of bullshit, and these people are not liking it anymore. Okay. Somebody, oh my God, look at, I told you, that's why I wanted to fucking, this is actually kind of why I wanted to do this deck, is because I was wondering if they were going to get hit with the Cancer. Okay. That's what I was wondering. And now that I see the card, I'm thinking, yeah, they're going to get hit with the Cancer. And then that's when money comes in. Okay. So these people that they're going to bring down. Okay. Okay. We don't know. I don't know yet. These people that they're going to kill off. Okay. They most likely, as I looked at the word kill, okay, they are most likely holding on to some type of money that will ensure somebody's future. And because they're holding on to it, they're not doing anything with their life, and they're fucking with people. Okay. They're fucking with someone's health and safety already. And they're fucking with the equilibrium of the world. Okay. They're messing with structures and with laws and with divinity. Okay. With humans and vulnerable people and children. They're messing with the laws. And when you mess with the laws, you fuck with everything. You fuck with all the things around you. You mess with the world. You mess with nature. You start taking things out on things that don't deserve it. You start, almost like metastasizing in yourself something so dark because of what's going on around you because of something like this. Okay. So somebody has taken a huge notice to your suffering. What is this Knight of Flames? Oh, okay. So that's what it is. This is like some type of lover. Okay. These people who did this, okay, they don't rest, and they did something out of anger, okay, out of fear, out of not wanting to, maybe somebody wanted to date you. This could be a father, wanted to date his own daughter, or a mother wanted to date her own son, and knowing that she couldn't, she went against them. And then these people have been watching. Right? They've been watching what these parents or what these people have done to this person. All right. And the big, beautiful black cat has come in. And this big, beautiful black cat, she was left behind by her owners and completely defenseless, completely alone. She didn't buy herself. She didn't buy her own litter box. She wasn't purchased. And then she was left all alone. And then I had to take her. And then I also had to euthanize her because my sister and I were homeless and we couldn't keep her in my car with us anymore because she didn't deserve it. Okay. Not that we deserve to be homeless. She definitely didn't deserve to be in that car living with us, even though I bet you any money she fucking would have, because she was the best cat in the fucking world. She was amazing. Her name was Chevy, and we called her Beautiful Beverly because Chevy was not her name. It was stupid. Her mother was an idiot and just abandoned her because she got a new puppy. And that's what she wanted instead. She wanted a new puppy. She moved to the big city and she just abandoned her cat. Like, she didn't care about her at all anymore. And that was, when somebody's mistake becomes your responsibility, it really has gotten under my skin, because everybody's mistakes become my responsibility that are around me that won't take responsibility for the things that they do, which is why my landlord got slapped with an $8,000 bill today. Oh, TikTok. Maybe you should have done that 10 years ago, you fucking idiot. But you waited until the very last second, because that's the thing that fucking slumlords do. That's the thing that lazy people do. They can do something. They can change their whole life. They can take themselves out of the slum. But what do? They'd rather go and hurt other people instead of just get themselves better. You know how sad that is? Like, my aunt treats people like shit because something happened to her as a child. You can tell. She is fucking traumatized. And she makes everybody walk on eggshells around her because she can't get her shit under control. That is not right. That is not correct. You cannot go making other people's lives a living hell that have gotten their shit together because you can't fucking face the monster in the closet. Open up the door and fucking face them. But instead, these people, they got to go and hurt people. They have to hurt people because hurt people hurt people. That's what they're designed to do. That's why there's demons around. That's why there's people. That's why there's pedophiles, abusers, because hurt people fucking hurt people. And that's the end of it. Now, these people are going to get into accidents and they're going to get cancer and they're going to die because someone's been watching you. They've been watching the things that have happened to you, and they're realizing that people are putting you in such stressful situations. They're putting you in anxiety so then they can do ceremonies and take everything that you have, including your money. Guess what? Somebody's finally, they're fighting back, and they're cutting this person out of your life. They're cutting this energy out of your life for once and for all, because somebody was seriously hexed. And no, it was not in your head. It's fear in reverse. This wasn't superstitious. This wasn't, oh, I think you're looking a little too far into this. Everybody gets bad luck. This was a hex on somebody. And there was a reason why all of a sudden, you know what it is? Actually, we just watched Prisoners, and I've seen it a million times, but every time there's always like this new thing that I think of and go like, okay, that's why I watched it this time. Oh my gosh, look at this. There's always like a new answer. And what I realized today was the father, okay, what's his name? Mr. Dover? I think it's Dover. Or Cover or something like that. He didn't give up. Like, he knew what Paul Dano said to him, and he stuck with it. That's like tarot readers. People are going to call us crazy. But we pick up energy. We hear things. And when you stick with it, yeah, there's a lot of people that are going to call you crazy. There's a lot of people that are going to go against you and then start fucking trying to fuck with you and hex you and all this shit because you're special. But stick to your guns, right? Just like he did. If you hear something, if somebody says something to you, if you're all of a sudden minding your own business and then you hear, go fuck yourself, and you look around and someone's looking right at you, I guarantee you they're saying, go fuck yourself. It's just telepathic. A lot of people don't realize how telepathic they are. That the things that they hear are the ones around them that are saying shit straight to them, right? And fucking with their psyche, fucking with their head, because they think it's them and it's not. It's other people that are around them, okay? So I think these people have been watching for a long time. These people in reverse do something to you and dabble into the unknown and do these ceremonies, and now someone's fighting back for you. And they're turning it into a storm. And what happens with storms? You never know. Like, even sometimes the best weatherman don't get it right. They can try to predict things. They can see cloud coverage. They can see storms coming. And then all of a sudden, poof, they just go in a different direction. And they go, oh, well, it's changed its course of terror. It's decided to go south now, folks. There's no warning because we couldn't predict that. Like, how can you predict things? You can't predict everything. Even fucking weatherman can. No matter how many satellites they got up in that shit, you can't predict it. And that's the thing. Even with all these machines, right? This person, okay, whoever these people are, say they're prone to cancer and they get an MRI or some type of scan every 6 months to a year. Okay, usually when your cancer subsides, it turns to every year and then every 5 years, okay? And then they go for a scan and that scan's clear. And then all of a sudden yesterday, this tumor that was just birthed out of nothing all of a sudden, because it's all energy, it's really what we create, just all of a sudden metastasized over the course of 6 months and kills them. Because their next MRI was 8 months away, right? Like doctors have been baffled by the human body for years. Science has miracles have broken scientists. They've broken doctors because they can't understand how some people get better and how some people just die. Because sometimes it's not scientifically known. It can't be proven. It can't be diagnosed. You can do an autopsy and it won't be seen. Some people just die. They just die. They just croak. Natural causes. That's all they say. Elements. Natural causes. They died in their sleep. What the fuck does that mean? What do you mean? Right? Some things are so unexplainable because you can't explain everything. And if things have been done to you because you've been hexed, okay, then that means that you've been fighting for yourself, telling people something's wrong, and no one's listening to you. No one's paying attention to you, but you stuck with your guns, right? Just like the dad in Prisoners, stuck with his guns, knew what he heard, knew something was wrong, and guaranteed their daughter's deaths if something wasn't to be done about the kid, right? And he was right? Because by having Paul Dano tied up in that bathroom, the mother who was taking these kids, the woman who was taking these kids, right, lost track of the other girl, and that's how the one girl escapes. Because she can't take care of both of them. They're two little girls. They ran in opposite directions, and she only caught one, which the other one would have got caught if Paul Dano wasn't in the bathroom. So her dad was even more correct. My sister picked up that one, okay? So this is, I'm not going to ignore this card anymore, because the reason why I did this card was so that I know for a fact that whatever it is I'm talking about right now is a prophet. It's prophecy, for sure. It's we've opened the box, and this is Spirit is saying right now, this is the most probable outcome for these people. So that's why I'm like, you believe it or you don't. It's because at this point in time, it's not about believing anything. Okay. These people will meet their destiny. They will meet their maker. They will meet their match. And it just so happens that 3 people are putting some shit together, and they're going to be delivering a lot of magic juice to a lot of people that are going to drink it, and they ain't ever going to wake up. Metaphorically speaking, right? I think that's kind of what it is, because so many things are so unknown that if you don't believe in the unknown, then the unknown will never happen to you. You'll never witness miracles. You'll never see anything for really what it is, that the universe is really trying to tell you something, right? When the universe is really trying to tell me something, I listen, because I'm not going to mess up again. I'm not going to, dismiss them and put myself in jeopardy, right? Because I think that if something would happen, I would know. Don't give yourself that type of power. Trust me. Something's going to happen. You can't predict everything, just like I can't. But this is a very probable outcome. So I'm going to go with that, right? Because things can happen. Anything can happen. And you could think that somebody could never die because they're in such great health. Look what COVID did. Didn't it take down majority of healthy people? Because what you think is healthy, overstressing your body and working yourself out at a gym and not giving yourself enough rest and drinking all this fucking water and never having any damn protein or proper protein, drinking all these shakes, all these smoothies, these healthy people aren't as healthy as what you think they are. Right? It's just these stores and these magazines and these potions have made people think that what they're intaking is a good thing, when really, you want to build muscle, work out, go chop wood, fucking mow your lawn, do some shit, move your muscles around. You don't have to go to a gym to get buff, trust me. So anyways, end of the reading, and I'm going to say, I'm not really going to label this as an important reading, because the thing is that I don't really want a lot of people watching it, because it's not for a whole lot of people. And like I said, and then we've got to weed out the people that won't believe me when I say it. And then we have to weed out the people that are going to have to see it in order to believe it, which it will happen. I have no doubt in my mind it will happen. And whether it happens tomorrow, or if it happens 6 weeks down the road, or if it happens 6 months down the road to somebody, trust me, it's going to happen to somebody. And I don't really have to prove myself anymore, because I've proven myself so many times that I'm over proving myself. I know that what I say is the truth, and I don't really have to prove myself, because there's so many things have happened right in front of my eyes that I'm like, okay, so clearly I'm psychic, or I wouldn't have just said that word at the exact same time that person just said that word. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, you know how many times in movies I say the exact same word when I'm talking to my sister as somebody will say it on the fucking movie, and I'm like, okay. Wow. So I nailed that timing, right? Like, timing is everything. So I believe that reading energy is, timing is everything. This is when this reading wants to come out, this is when the message wants to come out, which means that I've got to do the reading while the message is in the air, or I'm not going to be able to catch it and read it, right? So anyways, we're going to leave it at that. Thank you for watching, and take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't resonate, don't force it, obviously. We always say that. For personal readings, whitneymoonshine@gmail.com. If not, just enjoy the reading. Enjoy the channel, enjoy the freeness of everything while it lasts. And yeah, thanks for liking and subscribing and commenting and letting me know that it is an affirmation in your life, and that it resonates. And it's always nice to know that it resonates with other people, because they resonate with me quite a bit, but it's nice to know that they resonate with so many other people, because I can't necessarily take my energy out of everything, because I'm the one that picks up the energy. So it's hard for me not to read some type of energy that's going on in my life, but then it always resonates with somebody, so I can't control it. That's the thing. So yeah. Peace out, homies. Word to your mothers.